Hello everybody, welcome back to Connection with Kendall. Thank you for tuning in again. Hopefully it's again and not the first time because it's been a lot going on. That's what I'm here to talk about. But before I even get into everything, look at my logo. It's actually in like a beta right now. Meaning like I don't exactly want this to look like this anymore. I want it to look something like this, but I want it to also move, like, you know what I mean? And then have the like this go like up and down or down and up. Off and on. Off and on, off and on. And this have it like the dots move for real. So it could be like loading in a way. Cute, right? Thank you, I know. So, yeah, I don't know how to do that. I need somebody like, who know how to do that to hit my line, like, cause girl, it just seems like a lot of fucking work. So, let's just start off by saying that. Let me take a sip. This is juice. It's strawberry lemonade. Yeah, I got it in the Minute Maid one in the supermarket. Fab. On today's video, I want to talk about something that's been like heavy. Not necessarily for real heavy, because I've been through some shit. This ain't some shit. This is just more so like why it's taking me so long to actually put out the content that I'm creating. And honestly, like I feel like I've expressed this on like the Q&A. Honestly, it's just the short answer is me, but I want to get into it and like actually give like a long answer so people could just like relate. So first things first, I'm actually a creative. It may be shocking to some people because I never really expressed that I am passionate about TV and film. It may be like, okay, so why are you doing YouTube? YouTube is just a way to start. I don't see it being like an end goal. For me, it's more like a stepping stone, which a lot of people that's in the TV and film industry does, as well as photography. And I'm still iffy on whether or not I want to pick back up my podcast, which is called Connection. Pause. I didn't even get into like the spiel for real. Hold on. Let's rewind. So, recently I have done like on Instagram only for real. I have made, well, it's Instagram and it's also Google account, Gmail. But I basically am like soft launching my business. My business is called KennectionStudios. It's the home of Connection YouTube, Connection Podcasting, and Connection Photography. And I did all that because I'm just like, well, these are the things that I want to do. Plus screenwriting, but I think screenwriting would just be like, it won't be a part of this brand right now. I feel like that's the goal, for real. Basically, it's just a studio where I'm creating content for, hopefully, for my viewers that should be coming along. And basically just a business where everything is all together, because it all kind of is like a branch off of different things. So I would just like, let me just kind of like trademark it now, because it's just like, okay, I know I want to do photography. I'm going to call that Connection Photography. I know that I've done Connection podcasting, so let me just continue that if I should. And then I knew that I wanted the YouTube channel to be called Connection, so we're just like, okay, well, let's just do Connection Studios and have Connection Studios on social media platforms and have the links for all the other stuff. So like on Instagram, when I'm going to be releasing pictures and stuff soon. So for that, which is probably going to be already out by the time y'all watch this. So like just go over to Connection. I sound so professional. We're going over to Connection Studios on Instagram. Right now, Twitter's not up. So I shouldn't say Twitter, but I should say it because just in case. So yeah, go to Connection Studios. That's KNNECTION Studios. On Instagram, Twitter. Right now, yeah, that's it. For the most part, that's all it's gonna be. I don't really want it to be on Facebook. There's no shade to Facebook girlies, but like, I'm not a Facebook girl. Like, I'm never gonna be on it. So I'm just like, okay, well, why even start that there? Like, I'm not even popping on Facebook. I'm not popping anywhere. I don't use Facebook, period. Like, let's just cut the shit. I don't use Facebook. So it's like, okay, boom. So yeah, on Instagram, Twitter, it should be Connection Studios, the app. And yeah, just check out my shit. There's gonna be photography there, previews to my YouTube channel's videos, as well as maybe, I keep saying maybe because I don't know yet, as well as if I do ever pick up the podcast again, the podcast previews is gonna go there as well. So now, like I was saying, it may be a shock to some people that I am passionate about this, specifically TV and film. I'm using social media as a stepping stool to get into the TV and film industry because I feel like that's smart. It's smart for me because I personally do not want to go back to college. I don't want to get my master's in film or TV stuff. No shade. I have a degree in communications, so a BA. Personally, I just feel like it will be, I don't want to use stupid or dumb, but like that's the best way I could describe it. It would be dumb for me to just like go back to school for my master's for that, when I know I could teach myself on top of, I kind of already had the foundation of how to use a camera, how to set up production, because I've been in intro to broadcasting, intermediate broadcasting, I had journalism classes, I took film in high school, so it's like I kind of already know like how to, the ins and outs basically. So I'm just like, what else can you teach me besides like connections? Connections, which is funny not using that word, but connections is just like, it's honestly, a lot of the times it's honestly not what you know is about who you know, but I'm just like, why even do all of that when I can build my own connections through my social media platforms? So yeah, that's basically just it. So basically this video is about why it takes me so long to actually put out the content that I'm creating. It's taking me a while because I feel like honestly people's perspectives of me, I don't like the idea of, okay, what I put out now is kind of what's forever, because that's actually kind of like how time works in a way, because, or I should say online or internet works in a way, because I could say whatever today, right, and years from now somebody new or whatever can find what I said today and think that it's relevant then, but it is relevant then because they just saw it, so it makes what I said today there now. Work Kendall. So it's like, it's that. I don't know how to like wire my brain into like, okay, well, you gotta know that that was years ago for you. Whoever is just now finding out or just seeing it or whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's there now, but like, it's your past. So it's whatever, you know? So there's that. Another thing that also like kind of fucks with me is the opinions of people that I actually know. So like, a lot of people don't know that I'm actually passionate about TV and film, or just media in general. I should just say that, because media in general for me is just like podcasting, YouTube, TV, film, writing, directing, creative directing, like all of that. That's actually what I'm passionate about. For the longest, when I was in college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Like, to be quite honest, I knew from a class that I took called Love on a Quad that I was on the right direction. Well, actually, let's get into it. Side note, see, this is why future Kendall that's editing this shit gonna be tight, cause I just get to the point, girl. But it's hard. Like, people gotta understand. Like, I feel like people don't understand unless I give them like a background. So like, bear with me. In college, I took this class called Love on a Quad, and basically, before I switched majors, because before that I was actually undecided, but I was leaning more towards fashion. I was like, okay, let me just do fashion construction and be a fashion designer. I had a whole plan for that and everything, but I realized that that's not something that I'm passionate about. That would be a project for me in the future, yes, but it's something I'm passionate about now? No, at that time, no. It was nice, it was cool, but I did not like the fact that I'm graded off of art, but also I'm graded off of the construction of the clothes. Like, obviously it's called fashion construction. So we're just like, well, if the garments aren't sewed correctly, then that's like, you know. So basically, at the end of that course, I basically left with like a C, I believe. Fashion construction, designing clothes, not like sketching, but like actually designing the shit and sewing the shit, that shit takes so much time. And it is so tedious to the point where it's just like, nah, I can't do this shit. Like, I'm not a tedious person. I'm very like, okay, boom, boom. Unless I actually care about the shit. And that's what, in hindsight, I realized. Like, I didn't really care. Me editing videos is hard. Like, in today's time, me editing videos is hard for me because it's just like, I want it to be fucking perfect by the time I release this shit. With that being said, I want an intro. I want an outro. I want transitions that look smooth. I want like, you know, I want these things that I want the first time I put out a video. I don't want to, okay, this is what it was, then no, I want quality since I saw it. And that's the fucking issue. Like, Cause I'm new to this, essentially, like I'm new, so just like be new. But it's just like in my head, I can't do that because it's just it gotta be looking like I'm on some shit, I'm about some shit from the first fucking day, so people take me serious. So I can take myself serious if we want to get technical. Yeah, back to what I was saying. People don't know that I was passionate about it, and I took this class called Lemon Quad, and one of the I forgot what they were called, but basically it was when a higher student, so like a junior or a senior of that same school or that same program, would sit in a class that they took before and help the new students. I forgot what that's called. There's a word for it, I don't know. But yeah, the professor asked, shout out to Professor Stasson, that's my girl. She was like, if it wasn't for money, what would you do? And my answer was, oh, I'll be a TV host. At that time, that's what I wanted to do. Because to me, it was just so bad. Like, I'm getting, well, it's not about money, I guess. But like, I'm getting paid to just sit in front of the camera and talk shit. Who wouldn't want to do that? Like, you know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to do that? So I was just like, yeah, that. Especially at that time, I was watching TMZ, RuPaul, Ellen, Wendy Williams, The Real. Like, I kept watching like talk show hosts and shit like that. That's what I thought I wanted to do. But it's not something that I'm just like, okay, I want to give the world for. You understand what I mean? With that being said, I got that idea or ideology from, honestly, Nicki Minaj, Gandhi Burns, which he said, if it's really a passion, would you give the world for that? So when I was sitting down, I'm like, okay, so what the fuck is my passion? I kept going back to media. Like, I kept going back to entertainment, I kept going back to media, I kept going back to TV, film, production, like, and I'm just like, okay, how can I get here? But also, being in college, it was just like, A, I wasn't at the right college for it. B, for me, it was just like, why am I going to college for something that's creative? Like, honestly, because I don't want to get a master's, I still have this same idea. It's no shade to whoever's watching this, and please don't take offense, but this is just how I'm thinking about it. It don't make no sense to go to college for something that I can teach myself. If I'm going to college for creative reasons, then that's to either pick up skills that I cannot learn by myself, or for connections, and right now, I don't see anything that I cannot teach myself. So it's like, that's a waste of money to me. It's just like, okay, well, that's why. Having that realization, it was just like, okay, well, it ain't nothing to it but to do it, so you just gotta start. The reason why it's hard for me, from those reasons, plus even now, it's just like I was saying, from people that actually know me, it's just like a 180 in a way, like, oh, I thought you wanted to do this. And they're just like, okay, well, you said that before, and now you're saying you want to do this. Now you don't want to do that, now you're saying you want to do this. It seems like I don't know what I want to do, but I always knew what I wanted to do. I feel like the other things did not work out because of the fact that I already knew what I wanted to do. But I was just, A, scared, and just feel like I didn't want to waste my time over something that was not like a guaranteed hit, like law school would have been, or like any type of corporate job would be. Since we're on the topic, I did want to go to law school. That was because I wanted to do so, but also because of who I was around and what I was seeing. It was that, yes, but let me just also give like a little side note. When I was a child, my dream job was to be acting. But from that to wanting to be like a psychiatrist. Wanted to be a psychiatrist to wanting to be a lawyer. Or CIA. It was CIA, then it was lawyer, and then it was TV host, and then we're back to like here. It was TV host, and then I went back to wanting to be a lawyer, and then we were always here. But basically, I wanted to be a lawyer for myself because of what I saw on TV. I was obsessed with Scandal. I was obsessed with How to Get Away with Murder. So it was just like, okay, well, this looks fab on TV. I would do that. I wanted to be a CIA agent because of Quantico and like Criminal Minds and shit like that. Like Quantico, Criminal. I didn't really watch Criminal Minds. Let me not even try. Quantico, Law and Order, you know, shit like that. Like that's the TV shows that I was watching in like my late teens, right? I want to say. But the thing is, I always knew that I was creative. But watching those shows, I thought that's what these professions were like. When actuality, it was just like TV and film, or like TV and movies. So I'm like, oh damn, you feel me? But I've always wanted to be an actor when I was a child. Like that was my dream job. Like when people asked me where I want to be when I grow up, I was like an actor. But I didn't go anywhere with that because I have anxiety. So just like, I'm not about to sit here in front of a whole bunch of people acting. I'm gonna keep fucking laughing first of all. Like, I'm gonna keep laughing. I probably do got the chops for it. It's just, I gotta teach myself and also like program my mind to like be like, okay girl, this is something that you always want to do. Calm down. Go to therapy, girl. Why are you so damn anxious? So with that being said, people around me saw or heard that I want to do X, Y, and Z, and I feel like I would start these things and then I would stop, and it would just be so inconsistent to the point where it's like, it's kind of like, what is that shit called? Girl Who Cried Wolf or some shit? Like, or Boy Who Cried Wolf? One of those. It would be like that, where it's just like, okay, well, oh, I'm starting this thing and I'm a photographer now. And it's like, girl, I thought you wanted to go to X, Y, and Z. It's like, well, yeah, but this is something I wanted to do. And I don't think people know that I've always wanted to be in TV and film world. Like, I always wanted to be a part of media. Whether I was in front of the screen or behind it, I always wanted to do that. But I didn't know what these professions even were. Like, you feel me? And then applying for these jobs, especially, well, I wasn't doing it in college because I didn't really know. I thought I was on the route of going to law school. I studied for it, I took the LSAT, did terrible, and it was just like, okay, well, that was cute, I'm not doing that again. Like, because that shit was stressful. Like, that shit was so fucking stressful. I don't have the patience to like do it again. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, it was time consuming, but it was also a lot of money that went into it. But now I heard you don't gotta take the LSAT to get to law school, which is fucking crazy. Which makes me want to think like, I did not want to go to law school for like typical criminal stuff. I wanted to be a intellectual property lawyer, specifically for either music or movies / TV, whatever it's called. But that's what I wanted to go to law school for. It was never for people thing. It was my way of like merging my creative side and my intellectual side and so on. So that's why I was on that route. Plus, being around people that wanted to go to law school as well influenced what I wanted to do more, because it was just like, okay, well, they can do it, I can do it too. And it was just like support. With this, I don't know anybody that want to be a screenwriter. Like, I don't know anybody that want to be a screenwriter. I don't know anybody that really is into like creative direction and stuff like that. I feel very like by myself in a way, like, because nobody gets it. Because nobody do. Like, nobody gets what this even is. Like, to be quite honest, even when it comes to like this consecration on Instagram, TikTok, whatever the case may be, it's still like, oh, that's what you do. People don't think of it as something that's like promising. I want my career to be promising. I want to make revenue off of this shit. Like, I don't want to just, you know, do it as a hobby. Like, yeah, it's cool as a hobby now, but like, girl, I'm only getting older, so it's like, you know. And that's another thing that was scaring me too, because it was just like, getting older is actually, it was scaring me, but it was like, okay, no, girl, next year you're gonna be 25, then 5 years from then you're gonna be 30. You better pick up this fucking camera. You better do something, because no, like, I personally cannot see myself just starting YouTube at 30. Like, that's just like, whoa, girl, hello? Like, you feel me? That's just like, nah. Some people could do it, but for me, it's just like, the way I think about life, everything does have a time. I don't care what nobody say. Everything does have a time. So it's like, at a certain age, you can't be doing a certain shit. You feel me? So that's where I was coming from. And that's why I had to like, okay, at least put my foot on the gas. I probably won't press it, but at least it's there. You feel me? And that's what, again, this is. Putting out the content that I'm creating is taking a while for me. Also because I feel like people don't know how it feels to be a creative. Like, they may have a gist, but if you're not a creative, you're not gonna know. So it's like, you may think that I'm not doing anything, but it's just like, I'm creating in my head. That's what the creative process is. You get a thought or inspired by something, and it stays up here for however long, especially if you have anxiety, especially if you have depression, especially if you're a perfectionist. It's like, it stays up here, and it's like, it's, at this point, for me, it's like scratching to come out. Like, at first, it was like knocking, an annoying knock, but now, it ain't nothing worse than scratching. You feel me? Like that, like a cat scratch on the fucking wall. Like, it's like that. That shit's annoying. So it's like, okay, no, like, I got to put out our content, because it's annoying me at this point. It's annoying me, because on top of just me being me and dealing with all the things that I'm also dealing with, like, mentally, it was just like other people just remarks or the little slick comments I did not like. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. As a creative, you think that because nobody's producing content and is putting out content, that does not mean that they're not making content. That's one. Two, it's honestly a business. It's a self-starter fucking business. You are literally an entrepreneur if you're doing content creation, because you're not gonna pop right away, because there's so many people doing it. You're not gonna just boom and start making money from it. It's gonna take time. That time I am willing to put in, but I also just need the time to do so. So it's like, if you don't understand the process, then you're not gonna understand that how much time it actually takes to edit a video. It can take a day, it can take a week. You feel me? To actually sit down and figure out what you want to talk about, to figure out what you want to say, that makes it take some time as well. Like, not everybody is good at just this. I feel like I'm a natural. No shade. Like, at this part right here, I feel like I'm a natural. I've always talked on social media. I was not popping, but I've always did it. You feel me? But it was cause something that I was just like, it was cute to do. Like, I don't know, from Snapchat to fucking, I did it on Instagram for a little bit, and then TikTok for a little bit, and now we're here. What hindered the process of putting stuff out, because I originally, I actually said this in the beginning, but I originally was supposed to put out YouTube videos August 1st. It is now August 23rd, 22nd. I'm still, this is like what, my fifth video? Fifth video? And it's that I'm filming, and it's hard because it's just like, I'm in my head a lot. Like, and then having other people say shit, even if they mean well, it's still like, damn, I'm already thinking this shit myself. I don't need another person saying this because it makes it more true, because it's like, okay, you see it too? Damn, that's fucked up. Like, you feel me? It takes time at the end of the day. Like, all of this shit just takes time. And a lot of it takes time with self. So it's like, I can be in a space to do a video, but then it's just like that thought that I had, or that thing that somebody said to me as I'm about to record, it sets in like, damn. Like, you know, like, and it's not that people haven't said that they don't believe in what I want to do, or the case may be, but it's still other things, like when you hear like, oh, I do X, Y, and Z, that's it. Or when I actually first started doing a podcast, I should really come in house doing podcasts. So let's give a little story time. So this is like right when, like, it was 2020. It was COVID. It was not that summer when COVID first hit. It was the summer after that. So I was on unemployment. I was only on that shit for about, I don't know, a month. So like 4 weeks maybe. No, lying, like 2 months, like 8 weeks. Because I got quick up off it and got a job at H&M, because I was just like, damn, this man is right. So when you're on unemployment, people call you to like make sure you doing your shit and not like to get another job. So, or at least at that time. So this man that was like basically like an, I don't know, like an agent or whatever the fuck, he calls, like he will call like once a week or like once every other week, something like that. It could have been kept going like that, but it was like maybe like I don't think it was the first call. It honestly could have been, no shade. Point is, this man was like, oh, you do podcasts, how many views you get? I told him the views. He was like, oh, that's such a big, he like literally was like, that's a baby podcast, like you should do something else, or like, so I like believed him. And that's why I ended up getting a job at H&M. Quick as hell too. It was just like, but the thing is, I always knew I could get if I get an interview for a job, I got the job. It's no shade. I just needed an interview. Once I get the interview, I got the job. Like, after Saks, went to Aloe, got the interview, got the job. After Aloe, went to Saks. I said Saks. After H&M, Aloe, Saks. Once I got the interview at Saks, I knew I got the job. At first, I had 2 interviews that same day, same building. It was for the Chanel boutique. I purposely was just like, I don't give a fuck about this, because I already knew I had the Saks job. To be quite honest, I was like, I already know. Even though Chanel would probably pay a little more, but it's just like, girl, I didn't know. I would be completely honest. I did not know that. I'm sorry. I don't really care. Like, the thing, you know what's so fucking funny? To wanting to be a fashion designer, to not know shit about fashion is fucking hilarious. Like, I didn't know that Chanel would have paid more, or like it would have been better on like my resume for a Chanel store instead of a Saks. But hey, if I work for Saks, I work for Chanel. You feel me? Because everything's all in the same building. I mean, I sell the shit, but I can easily put like, oh, I would help other boutiques and this and that. Anyways, that was a big side note. Stuff like that. People say, not to that extreme that man did. I don't even remember his name. That's how irrelevant he was. But like, he was relevant enough for me to like get off unemployment. So, you know, whatever. But it would just be stuff like that. Like when, like people, I feel like what people do that I know is like put their fears onto me, or like put their limitations onto me. They think that, or hear that I'm a photographer, a screenwriter, a videographer, a creative director. They think that, oh, that's a lot, girl. Like, so what actually do you do? And it's like, well, I just told you, girl. Like, you feel me? I just told you all the things that I do. And it's not, honestly, it's difficult, but it's not like so far-fetched, because it's not like I'm saying, oh, yeah, I'm a doctor, and I'm a NASCAR driver, and I'm a creative director, and like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying things that's all in the same niche. Like, hello? Like, what's confusing about that? Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm not saying things that's north, south, west, and east. Like, I'm saying things that's all in north. And then on top of everything else is like, oh, this is what you do, then why aren't you like, I don't want to say bigger, but like, why isn't it like, why don't I have anything out? And it's like, well, for me, I know that I am not a consistent person with damn near everything. So the fact that I'm passionate about this, to be consistent, I have to create and create and create and create and create until I have enough to where I'm like, okay, I can put it out. Because if I'm recording a video, editing, putting out, I don't know, Sunday, let's say, record a video Monday, edit it by Friday, put it out Sunday, and keep that rotation going, I'm still gotta pay bills. I still got another job. I still got another job. So it was like, and then on top of everything else, getting like that type of critique, it was like, well, I'm working at the DV at that time. I work at the DV. I work at Saks. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm also in ballroom. Like, I also got to keep up with the friends that I have and everything else that I actually want to do. So it's like, at a certain point, it just became, I got too much shit on my plate. And I'm full. I'm tired eating. Like, and I need to put everything else to the side and focus on this main dish right here. And this is this. So it's like, although you may have not saw anything or heard anything about it, that does not mean I was not always trying to create it. But no. Can I talk my shit? Let me talk my shit real quick. I feel like what people don't get is the fact that I'm intellectual enough to go back to school and I'm creative enough to actually start this shit. For a lot of people, it's either or just either. You feel me? You know? So it's like, I can just count that as a blessing to be able to pick. Especially in this day and age now where you can actually pop off of doing creative stuff and actually make a whole lot of money for it. That's sad. You know? I just personally, when it comes to the whole school thing, or getting a master's, I just don't know what I would do if it's not going for like production. Because like, what would I go for? Like, what would I go for? Like, I don't want to do anything else. So we just like, okay, well. I feel like people know that what they want to do requires school, or what they want to do, or what they feel like they should do is the school route or like a corporate route. And it's like, you have other options if you believe in yourself, to be quite honest. Like, or just aside, like, you do have other options. I feel like you shouldn't limit yourself, but you also shouldn't limit others who don't want to go that route. Like, that's that's true shit. Like, you know, and this is in all aspects, not even just creatively. Like, some people it's fine being a bartender, some people it's fine going the nightlife route. I know a lot of people that makes a lot of fucking money just being a part of nightlife, especially in New York City. So it's like, okay, like, okay, you're not a lawyer, okay, you're not a doctor, okay, you're not like one of these top professions. That's perfectly fucking fine, as long as you're making money. Like, and I feel like a lot of people don't say that. Like, you don't have to do these types of jobs to be somebody, to be important. We all play a part in what we call this thing, life. So just play your part. Once you figure it out, then you gotta go for it. I just feel like, at least I'm trying. Like, you know what I mean? And I know that that's like a kid response, like a kid and stuff, but like, you know, that's some true shit. Like, at least I'm trying. Like, I'm not just doing stuff that's not fulfilling. If whatever job that I get, if it was corporate, if it's retail, if it's whatever, like, it still would not be fulfilling. I would still be, what I feel like, even if I'm moving up the ladder in like a corporate job, I would still feel like I'm not doing anything that's fulfilling and that has purpose for me. So again, I'm saying all this to just let people know, like, as a creative and creative people, we are creating, even if we aren't creating. Like, even if you don't see it. You feel me? It's kind of like, it's like hustling. If somebody's in a hustle, somebody in a hustle. If somebody hustling, then you're not always gonna see it, but you're gonna see the money. You feel me? If somebody making money, you may not see how they make money, at least they made the money. You know what I mean? It's like that. So just, honestly, like I said, focus on you. Don't focus on other people. And just get out your head. And get to it. That's simple. Okay, we have reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tune in next week to Connection with Kendall on YouTube. And as always, stay connected. Later. Ew. Pause. I don't know if I can hear that, but that, first of all, I just swallowed that on camera. That's dumb nasty. I'll do those things on camera. You know, that was a double. Hopefully I got the joke. Anyways, the future Kendall, take a breather. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I ramble. It's whatever. Take a breather while you edit this video. And keep it pushing. Alright? Just let people do what people do. What you do is what you do. What I do is what I do. We are not the same. Luckily, was blessed with all these different things that I could do. And figuring it out has honestly been the best journey ever. And I'm glad that I was able to figure it out this soon. You know, even though I always kind of knew, you know, that lingering feeling. But I'm glad that I'm actually putting forth the effort to make something out of it now. But I just don't know what I want to record. Gag. I know what else I want to do. It's going to be so hard to do it. Oh my goodness. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking that. You feel me? Maybe I'm just thinking that. That's going to be hard. It's probably not going to be that damn hard. Yeah. Anyway, well, let's get this video over. I need to figure out the outro. No. Like, no shade. It should be like, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week to Connection. And again, thank you for connecting with Kendall. Boom! That's what it should be, right? But I feel like that's dumb long. Like, no shade. I feel like that's dumb long. But, cause I low-key do like, okay, thank you, later, bye. I kinda like that. You feel me? Cause that's so like me. I don't know. Let me try that one again. Let's see. What I said? I said, what I said? How much I rapping? I said, what the fuck did I just say? Okay, so thank you for tuning in to Connection with Kendall. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I did not say that. I said, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. What did I say? No, it should be thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tune in next week to Connection with Kendall and stay connected. What the fuck did I say? Damn. See, this is why it should just be, okay, thank you, later, bye. Like.